The only thing I like better than middle of the offseason rankings are tiers.
Tiers.
Yes, tiers. So CBS Sports put together their tiers of quarterbacks in the NFL. And I like the way that they labeled it. Okay, so tier 1 is transcendent quarterbacks, transcendent talents. That means these are the quarterbacks that teams dream of having, the faces of the modern NFL. Each of these quarterbacks got here in different ways, but they are all largely accepted as the creme de la creme. So they have 5 of them. Care to guess who their 5 top-tier transcendent talents are?
Well, you got Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes. Ooh, what? You're looking at me.
Nope, you're 4 for 4.
Oh, okay. You were looking at
No,
me.
I was looking
odd.
I was like, and
Okay, so I got one more, and just give me a second here. Ding, 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 ding. I feel like maybe somebody that I'm whiffing on here.
Want a hint?
No, don't want a hint. Okay, I think I'm ready to guess.
Go ahead.
Matthew Stafford.
Boom! 5 for 5. Way to go. Good start.
Yes.
Hey, this is
Yes.
This is good for you. A good harbinger of things to come for trivia later today.
That's
9:15, by the way, everybody. Trivia against the drive. Number 2, tier 2, borderline stars. They had 12 of these guys.
I'm not.
I know
doing
you
that
don't have
game
to.
Again.
All right, so they list this as consider these quarterbacks the silver standard. This is the next batch of quarterbacks hungry to ascend in 2026. Now, I have not looked at this list. I'm just going down through the list, so I don't know where Bo is.
Okay, so I would say can you give me what they call the third tier? What do they name that? Like, what's the name of that?
Okay, let me quickly go down here
Okay.
to the. I'm looking. Third tier, promising prospects.
Okay, and second tier is what again?
That is called borderline stars. I think Bo shows up in this category.
I agree with you. I mean, I think he's a borderline star right now.
I would say so.
Right?
He better be. He better be here. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Jalen Hurts, fine. Sam Darnold, okay with that.
Yeah, I mean, he won a Super Bowl
Sure.
last year. He's had a couple really good years in a row.
Caleb Williams, we were just talking about it.
Yeah.
Borderline star.
So Bo definitely has to be on it.
Jaden Daniels, Jared
Yeah.
Goff.
I wouldn't put Jaden Daniels in there.
A lot of respect being given to him for his rookie year.
Yeah, but, again, when you don't back it up, you have to take a step back, right? I mean, it's all about what have you done for me lately. Like,
Right.
what'd you do last year?
My
Not 5 years ago. It doesn't matter what you did 5 years ago, 2 years ago. It matters what you did last year.
Jared Goff, Brock Purdy, Jordan Love. Where is he? Justin Herbert. I'm surprised he was not in. Surprised he was not put in the transcendent down. I'm surprised he wasn't put in a group by himself at the top.
Wow.
Yeah, that's right. The Justin Herbert hate is alive and well with me. Dak Prescott, Drake May, Trevor Lawrence,
Ugh.
Bo Nix.
Okay.
There we go. Whew, that was getting a little close there.
God bless Bo Nix.
See what they had to say about Bo. While last, I don't like this first line. While last season was somewhat underwhelming from a production standpoint, Nix was nonetheless on the precipice of stardom until his ankle injury prevented him and the Broncos from reaching the Super Bowl. Nix leads the pack of promising young quarterbacks that are poised to take over the league at some point down the road. Did you take a look at his fourth quarter production? How was that there? CBS Sports. See, this just backs up what we've been talking about. The reluctance to truly, I think, elevate Bo Nix for some people. Go through the reasons. They don't want to admit they were wrong about their pre-draft calculations. They think that the defense is what carries Bo, or that Sean carries Bo, and that too much inconsistency. And that while he was great in the fourth quarter, what about all those moments during the first three quarters where the offense would lag?
Right. It's not always the prettiest. He just doesn't just drop back and just beat you from the pocket. He doesn't just – it's not the sexiest style, to your point. Sometimes that first half and first two quarters look terrible, bad, and then all of a sudden it looks really good, and he just figures it out and finds a way to get it done. But I also think what people hold against him, you got to look at and say, okay, well, that's actually a positive for him. You say, okay, he's carried by the defense. Well, I look at it and say, well, he doesn't have a lot of offensive help the first 2 years. There's not a ton of top-tier skill position talent around him. When you look compared to some of these other teams and these other places that have these quarterbacks. So I look at that as a positive. And then you look at his numbers, and 3,700 yards his rookie year, 3,900 yards last year. It's pretty good.
Yep.
For a team that went 14-3, he has to be doing something really well. 14-3. You got to give him credit. It wasn't all the defense.
Good stuff. All right, so that is the tier he shows up in. I would have liked to have seen CBS Sports maybe make it a little bit more controversial, maybe come up with another tier to take those 12 quarterbacks, because that's too big of a pool.
Right.
They should have, divvied up that tier.
Right.
And then that would have created a little bit more controversy.
Yes.
Maybe 6 show up in tier 2, 6 show up in tier 3.
Look
Instead
at
you
you.
put 12 all in tier 2.
Yeah.
Kind of watered it down a little bit.